Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about classes. Now we've worked with objects before. Objects are things like this robot, or things like this scanner, or things like the computer sitting on my desk. We can create our own types of objects, and that's called a class. For example, I have my computer here. That's called an instance, or an object. If I wanted to create a blueprint that you could use to build a computer, that would be a class. So we can go in Eclipse, File, New, Class. We can give it a name. Let's call it, I don't know, let's make a type of thing called a ball. And then there's all of these other things you can set, but we can just hit Finish. Now what this will create is a thing of Java code with two lines. Public class ball, an opening curly brace, and a closing curly brace. Now in here, we specify everything about our ball. So the ball might have a color. The ball might have a size. The ball might have a material. Things like that. Now the other thing we need to do is we can create functions for this ball. So we could say, for example, public void bounce system.out.println boing. We also need to create what's called a constructor, which means, okay, I have this blueprint for a ball, but how do I build one? So we can say public ball string color and size string material. And now in here we can say this dot color equals color, this dot size equals size, this dot material equals material. Now this is pretty simple. What we do is we take in a color, a size, and a material, and we set our color, we set our size, and we set our material. Let me just close these. So if we go back to our main, let's write a program that uses this ball. We can say ball b equals new ball, and let's make it out of rubber. Let's make it 1 foot, I don't know, and out goes color, size, material, so we could make it red, 1 foot, rubber. Now, in this case, you might be wondering, well, how does it know 1 foot? Well, I just decided it would be 1 foot. If you wanted, 1 could mean 1 inch, 1 could mean 1 centimeter, 1 could mean 1 times the size of the Earth. It depends on what you're doing, what your application of your ball is. In this case, I want to make just a ball that's, couldn't be 1 feet or 2 feet, so this is what I'm doing. But it's very important to decide. In fact, let's write a comment here. Let's go / size in feet, just so we remember for later. And now we can say b.bounce, and you can see here it auto-suggested for us. So if we run this, let me resize my console. So if we run this, it says down on the console, boing. Now, how did it do that? Well, we created a new ball, and then we called the bounce function of the ball, which made it go boing. Now, this is actually entirely how Curl the Robot's written. It's created by objects. So somewhere, I'm not going to write actual valid code, we'll just pretend. We have public, class robot, and then we have like public void turn left, and so on. That's exactly how everything you've used so far has been created. There's probably also somewhere public class scanner with all the scanner methods. There's one more thing that can also be pretty important. It's the special method toString. If we add public string toString to our class, and we return a string, we can now use system.out.println to display our ball. So we can say system.out.println b. If we run this, and I resize my console, it says boing, because we're still bouncing it, and it says a ball. Now we can change this, so we can say a color ball made of material. So now if we run this, it'll say a red ball made of rubber. That's another important part of objects is toString. This lets us make a function that returns a string, and then when we do things like system.out.println, it'll use the string that we're making. That's the basics of objects. I hope you can use these to make your programs more organized and easier to follow. Thank you.